Something I've started doing this past year for art uni is drawing on location. And ever since then, I've enjoyed making drawings of things that I see in front of me. And if I don't have time for that, then at least take pictures and then draw those pictures later. So in today's video, I am going to recreate 4 photos that I've taken in this past year. And yeah, they're all around London because that's where I study. The 2 first sketches that you'll see were actually done back in May before I left to do some stuff for like a month. So they're a little bit older, but at the time I used them as like warm-up sketches, just some loose sketches, just get my hand, get that flow moving. I actually enjoyed it so much that I decided to make a few more. So yeah, this first drawing is the inside of a cafe in London, and it was like, but the photo doesn't really do it justice, but the whole cafe was just really light pink and just very feminine and cute. Yeah, I had to draw it. With my 2 first sketches, I made the initial sketch with a worn down red micron pen, which is why I stopped using it after these 2. I did like it, but I've just worn the tip so much that it's just not the greatest anymore. So I find other ways to like make the initial sketch later. But after that, I went over it with my Fudenosuke brush pen. I don't really like brush pens because they're unpredictable, and I don't really have a steady enough hand for brush pens, but exactly this brush pen is just like, I guess, the firmest and hardest brush pen I've ever come across. Therefore, very predictable and very easy to use. And yeah, I just love it. I love getting those thin lines. I love getting those thick lines. It's just great. And then at the end, you'll see that I used some acrylic paint markers for a little pop of color. That's definitely something I noticed with the 4 sketches that I make in this video. Like, I do enjoy my little like black pen sketches, but it looks a million times better with just a tiny pop of color. I do really like that. So you see that I gradually, I guess, experiment more with that with these other drawings. The first one is definitely my weakest one, so just hold out. I wanted to keep these sketches very loose and messy. I wanted to focus more on shape and just overall vibe, I guess, rather than accuracy and details. And yeah, I just want to get my hand used to them shapes and just the movements, I guess. Shape is obviously very important in art. At the end of the day, everything can be broken down into simple shapes, and then we just build upon those shapes, and that makes a drawing way less stiff and more lifelike, which is why if we draw a face, normally you start with a circle and then you start like building the other shapes that make the face. Does that make sense? Instead of just like starting with the line for an eye, if that makes sense. That's at least what we're all kind of taught when we first start getting into art. And yeah, I just wanted to focus on overall cohesiveness over details. Like I said, these weren't supposed to be like professional drawings. They were literally just to warm up with, just some loose sketches. The first one isn't great. I think what really ruined it for me was like the squiggliness of the plants at the top. At the time that I did that, I didn't plan on going over with any colors, so that was my way of trying to like show that there were plants up at the top. But you'll see on my second sketch that outlining the shape and then just coloring it in, it just worked so much better. It looked so much better. So if there's anything I could change about this drawing, I would just outline the shape of the plants instead of the like abstract squiggly lines. But yeah, that's my biggest complaint out of all of these drawings. The second sketch, is it my favorite? I don't know if it's my favorite. It might actually be my favorite sketch. Not only do I love how the plants look in the second sketch, I just think that the overall just contrast and just everything with this drawing just kind of works. It like, maybe it's something about that, like that hot pink that just scratches an itch in my brain. It just hits right and I like it. Before my first year of uni, I had never drawn like landscapes, buildings, any kind of architecture, even furniture and stuff. Like, I just don't really do it. I've primarily just been drawing people my entire life. It was like one of my first days at uni. We went out to one of the museums in London and we were drawing on location because for the longest time we kept going out, like drawing on location. I decided to just draw like the wall in front of me and then the wall suddenly became buildings, and then I just kept dabbling with that, and then I found out, like, after like my first or second sketch that like I actually kind of enjoyed it, and I kind of liked the way it looked. I felt like I kind of had a knack for it. Yeah, that was something that I discovered this past year, and yeah, that's why I've been taking pictures of, you know, just things around me and just planning to sketch them later. Oh yeah, the second sketch is the outside of what I'm assuming is like a cafe or bakery or restaurant or something. Also in London, I believe it's around like Notting Hill. I actually had 2 friends from Norway come visit in London, and we took a day trip to Notting Hill, and we just kind of like walked around there. And when I saw the flowers on this building, I thought it was so pretty, and I decided to take a picture of it. Something I've also discovered during my first year of uni is that pens or markers or just anything other than your standard HB pencil is just so much better for sketching. I'm not sure exactly what the logic behind that is. I just know that it works. Because that's what we were told. Like, our first time drawing on location, we were told like that it's preferred to not use, you know, normal gray pencils for sketching. Like, if anything, use like a ballpoint pen or a marker, or even like colored pencils or something. So I don't know if it's maybe the fact that what you put down is permanent, and maybe therefore it kind of removes the perfectionism, maybe. Because I feel like if you're sketching with a pencil, then you just want to keep erasing until it looks good, but with the pen, you can't really do that. You kind of just have to work with what you got and just keep going. I think that's the logic behind it for me, but yeah, it is working for me. Sketch number 3 is also a picture from around Notting Hill in London from when my friends came to visit, and it's those like colorful buildings in a row. Like, I'm sure if you live in London, you probably know about this. Apparently this is really famous. I didn't know about it until I had gone there. I used a different pen. I should have stuck with my Fudenosuke brush pen, and I didn't. It was a random like gel pen I had laying around, and therefore it is a teeny bit of a fail. I think I kind of saved this drawing at the end, but it definitely could have been better. The pen just wasn't great. It was inconsistent, and it did smudge a lot towards the end. I used some color in the end, and I think that helped like distract from the smudges a bit as well, and I think it made the drawing look a little bit less busy as well, because I kind of went overboard with the details. So yeah, I kind of saved it a little bit, but it could have been better if I just chosen to not use that pen. It's not exactly accurate, because I don't use guidelines, I don't use perspective lines. Like I said, this was really just more of a warm-up, more to inspire myself to have fun, also fill up pages in my sketchbook. I've just been preferring, like I said, overall vibe, and I guess just having fun over accuracy and realism, because I don't enjoy that, and I probably wouldn't draw if I limited myself like that. Sketch number 4 is, again, also around Notting Hill from when my friends came. One of my friends is in the picture. And yeah, I just kind of like the simplicity of this picture, and therefore of this drawing. I mainly just wanted to draw those, like, the trees by her, and then I just really wanted to draw a person again. I didn't want it to just be, like, a building or a street. I really just wanted to draw someone, but I also didn't want to draw just a person. I wanted to, like, actually put them in, like, a scenario. That's what I've done here. I really like the little touch of green, as you'll see in this video. So yeah, I did enjoy these 4 drawings. I think they were a nice way to practice, gain inspiration, and also fill up my sketchbook at the same time. So yeah, I'll probably do more of these over the summer, and I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this. To what I've been up to lately, I've been a teeny bit busy so far this week. I mean, I'm recording this on Wednesday. Like, this video will come out on Sunday, and I'm currently recording this on Wednesday. So far it feels like I've been busy because both Monday and Tuesday were both, I was busy those days, which is why I didn't really like post anything anywhere when I normally post, at least on my story on Instagram, like daily. So I haven't been drawing these past few days, but I did today. And I have done a lot of just video and photo work today. Like I said in my last video, I am reading 2 books at the moment. I am reading the 2nd book in the Prison Healer trilogy, and I am also reading the 3rd book in the Heroes of Olympus series. So still doing that. I started playing Dave the Diver with my boyfriend, which is actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of editing lately. I've been editing a ton of photos. I've been making TikToks. I've been making reels, making YouTube shorts, not to mention YouTube videos. Like, I have been really busy with all that. But I think I've stocked up on a lot of content now, so I think I can focus on just creating and just drawing these next few days. That's really all I've been up to lately. To the projects that I'm currently working on, I had a new gouache set come in the mail sometime last week, so I was making a few gouache sketches, which will most likely be my next video. I am making a digital drawing, which is finally going to be a character, since I haven't drawn a person in, well, it feels like a long time. It probably hasn't been a very long time, but to me, who mainly draws people, it feels like it's been a very long time. So, a digital drawing of a game character. I will not say who, but if you follow me on Instagram, then you will probably see little sneak peeks, little work in progress shots on my story. And then I do still have my acrylic painting to work on. I have not touched it since I started on it back in May before I left, but I have been meaning to pick that up again, so I probably will soon. And other than that, I just have a few projects in mind. So between the time that I'm recording this and the time that this video comes out, I probably would have started on something new. But yeah, that's at least what I'm working on at the moment. If you enjoy my art, if you enjoy my content and you want to see more, then follow me at Fangirl on both Instagram and on TikTok. I do post several times throughout the week, not just on Sundays. But YouTube, I'll probably stick to just weekly videos, just because I don't really want to overwork myself, and also having one video a week helps me like kind of catch up on posting on Instagram and TikTok, because a YouTube video can most likely be broken down into multiple TikToks maybe, and then like I have both a reel and photos to post on Instagram, and it just gives me time to like just catch up. So yeah, I am constantly posting on those 2 platforms. So if you want to see more of my art, then go follow me there. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next Sunday.